Are you ready?
Left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts
right here, right now.
This is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
Did I mistake you for a sign from God? Or are you really here to cut me off? Or maybe just to turn me on? 'Cause these days I would be lying if I told you that I didn't wish that I could be your man. Or maybe make a good girl bad. I'm gonna in for running right.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Ox Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
Stop! It's the motherfucking remix.
Well, that's it. 8/24/25. It's officially the day of the remix. Look, welcome to another episode of Hog HQ Live, brought to you by the Hog Talk Podcast. Let me introduce the guys real quick. This gentleman here, this is Adam. And this gentleman here, this is Matt. Transplant Texan. Shout out to you in the comments. Daddy DP, Mr. Petty, and Hart. Mr. Johnson in the building. Shout out to you. Glad you in here early, man. That what's up? 5 on it. Yeah. Look, hey, real quick, the song. What song was that? I gotta put that. We gotta put that in a Hog HQ playlist. What is that?
So the rock song that was over it was just by a band called Sleep Token. Probably something that y'all have never heard, but I'll put it in there. But yeah, we did a remix over 5 on it.
I was waiting for Matt to be like, "Yeah, I've heard of it," because I know damn well. but it was.
I like my mashups. So.
Yeah, for sure, it was fine.
Yeah.
But y'all know how we do. Miss Teresa, stay right there. Miss Teresa, you know what we do. tell a friend to tell a friend that we are back again with a great episode today, episode 80 that is. Tag somebody, share this to somebody, send it to your friends. Anybody interested in hog sports and looking for a great personality group, this is us, Hog HQ Live. Tell a friend, and we are back again. Look, episode 80. This is the prediction show. I'm excited about this particular show because not only is it the 2025 season prediction show, this is also the remix. Like, people keep saying, like, what does that mean? And we'll get to that at some point. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Once again, I'm excited about that. Let me get quick shout outs real quick. Jericho Clark. Yeah, hit that real quick. Yeah, Jericho Clark. Thank you for tapping in. Transplanted Texan, as always, loyal and always on time. We appreciate you, brother, for being in here and letting us know you're in the building. Can't forget about the queen of the show. There you go. Woo Pig Suey, ready for Saturday. Hey, my guys. And we love Mr. Risa, man.
We do.
We love Mr. Risa. All right, look. So, as we get into today's show, once again, we talked about the prediction show. So, as we get ready to get into that segment, which we'll get into the meat and potatoes of it, as they say, you guys should have your predictions ready as well. We're going to go game by game, talk about some different scenarios of why each of us chose win or loss in said column, and just see if you guys can match the energy and see if you guys really know some Razorback football and see if you think your predictions match up with ours. Before we get to all that good stuff, let's pay some bills real quick. Stay locked in.
Fall Saturdays, college football, fall Sundays, NFL. And with FanDuel, you can bet both like a pro. Whether you're stacking a same-game parlay on Arkansas or sweating a last-minute field goal in the NFL, FanDuel puts the power in your hands with live odds, quick bets, and easy cash outs. New customers even score bonus bets just for signing up. So if you bleed Cardinal Red and ride with your favorite NFL squad, make every down count. FanDuel. Make every moment more.
Right now, we have 40 viewers watching right now, and we know the number will increase, but I do want to give a shout out real quick. Let me click it. Ashlyn Langford, thank you for hitting the button. Miss Teresa, Tommy, David Pearson, and Adam Hall.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you for hitting the button, sir. All right, so look, we're going to go ahead and get into it. But what we want to do first is we want to acknowledge the guys who wore the Cardinal and white and had an opportunity to make it to the next level in this preseason section. And go ahead and check out some Pro Hogs real quick and just shine some light on those guys who make some plays.
Dumps it off wide open as Franks down the sideline, up and over for the touchdown. Felipe Franks, 6'6".
In this second drive for the Lions, Reynolds once again the tailback, and Allen will take a shot down the sideline and in there. It's another touchdown for Isaac Tesla, who worms his way to his home pylon. This dude erupts.
I can get used to seeing that. Just a simple fade route. He's going to work down, stays a couple yards inside that white line. And the hands, Jason, we love it. We tried to get Coach to give us some compliments on him yesterday. He said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I like where he's at right now. I do not want to jinx anything when it comes to this kid. He is making plays like that.
Little from 59.
Distance.
My goodness. I mean, that would have been good from 70 for sure, and maybe more. He's smiling. Dolphins, after the opener against Indianapolis, 3 in a row inside the AFC East. Here's Ewers over the middle. Complete. Armstrong's got the first down.
Awesome. Shout out to the guys who was able to make plays in their preseason debuts. Some continuously. Tesla continue to make it a touchdown in every single preseason game. And as we talked about before we got on here, if you're doing fantasy league this year, you might want to pick your boy up. Like I say, he's going to be a great option. Matt, you end up picking Tesla up in your fantasy league tonight?
I did.
Absolutely. Like I said, you never know with that high-scoring offense. That guy's going to be an option for sure. Like I said, they displayed him and utilized him in the preseason, and he put in the work. So glad that he was able to get drafted to a quality organization that's on the up. and that he get an opportunity to play during the season. Real quick, Felipe Franks, not only with the touchdown, diving end zone, but the little dance at the end, the little
And I think tomorrow or Tuesday is the 53-man roster cuts, which a lot of teams are already releasing people, and I haven't seen any notable like Razorback names pop up.
Gotcha.
You know, Franks has gone back and forth from Carolina to Atlanta a couple of times, but he's still on there as of earlier today. So we just hope, you know, some of these guys end up making their squads.
Now look, I'm talking about the little dance he did. See,
I know.
That's what happened when you in Atlanta. You get a little sauce about yourself. He wasn't doing that in Florida, in Gainesville. He wasn't doing that in Fayetteville.
You notice he's put on a little bit of a bulk.
Oh yeah.
In the arms.
Yeah. Definitely.
Which he's going to have to playing tight end. So.
Absolutely. Real quick on the Tesla, I'm gonna get T-Transplant text, and I seen it. Real quick on Tesla, when he scored the celebration, what do you call this celebration? When you
the worm?
The worm.
Not the centipede?
No, it's the worm.
Okay, gotcha.
Did you not watch wrestling, you know, in mid 2000s with Scotty Too Hottie and Rikishi, and he did the worm and
yeah. It's called So, but you know, I don't know if you remember, you know, the start of hip hop with breakdancing. It was called centipede. But I digress.
Well, you know, I'm waiting for him and Amon-Ra St. Brown to both do headstands at the same time. Since Tesla did it at Arkansas,
right?
St. Brown's kind of the one who's done it in the NFL. I want to see them both do it together.
That'll be dope. Let me get Transplant text and comment real quick. He said, DP the hat. Please tell me you're not steering the USS Razorback, Miro, and benching the program in the stands for me. No, I'm not, sir.
That was his. He didn't know it, but that was to celebrate Armstrong's catch.
There you go.
You know, colors.
There you go, colors, right? So we had a slogan back in high school. It's called Polo or No Logo. That's all it is. David Pearson, final cuts are Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So, like I said, hopefully the guys that we look for will be able to get it done. Test line with touchdown celebration hour. Absolutely. Look at Transplant text and using the Gen Z vernacular. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
There was some player, I guess it was on Stanford, the announcer called out for aura farming because he got that 15-yard penalty, which then let Hawaii score, which then ultimately Hawaii won the game.
Sometimes I just believe people are great in their lane. When you do a lot of reaching, it kind of just shows your age sometimes. But Transplant Texan, yeah, you definitely hit it right. So looking at that, I'm excited about these guys this year, man. I'm excited about the opportunity the opportunities to get on the field this year. My brother just texted. My brother said he watching the show. Shout out to my brother. But yeah. It's the read.
Are you ready for it? Just want to
Matt,
go ahead.
Matt, are you ready for it? Are you?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. Now or never.
Let's do it.
Stop! It's the motherfucking remix!
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts
right here, right now. Message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
This is how we do it. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. The day I die, I'ma touch the sky. I get those goosebumps every time. I need a benzo. I need a ride in a Lambo. Yeah.
okay.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
That's it. That's the new intro. So if you can look at the top left of your see the layout even changed. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if you can see it, but the layout changed. You got a new Hog logo, new fonts, everything, just to prepare for this particular season, man. So like I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and he don't want me to say it. Adam, we appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we appreciate you. Adam took time out, man, with his busy schedule with work, family, and everything else, and put this together, man. It's been showing it to us, kind of getting our opinion.
Even the group changed.
Even the group has changed. That's what I'm talking about. Look, it's fire, bro. The intro was fire. Like I said, the mashups, all that good stuff, man. We definitely appreciate you and what you do, man. So thank you for putting in the work to make that happen for us, bro.
I have fun doing it sometimes.
Yeah.
I get bored.
Yeah. That's sometimes you gotta let Adam get bored. He get real creative when he get bored. No doubt about it. Yeah, it's definitely dope, man. So like I said, always tell a friend, man. We the best group out here doing it. Most personality, having fun with the everybody commenting. Ain't nobody doing it like us. New intro is badass. No doubt about it, Jericho. Absolutely it is. Now that we got that out the way, it's time for what we came here for. You see the chick at the bottom of the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Dope. We're going to go ahead and get into these season predictions. That's what we came here for. Once again, guys, as we tap in, we're going to go game by game and kind of break down why we selected each game, win or loss. Just tap in. Just tap in and see what you say as a win or loss.
We got something for that, too.
We do. Never cease to amaze me, bro. All right. Are we there yet?
Let's go for it.
All right, so let's do it.
And we also, we'll give the shout out. FanDuel, they have the over/under for Arkansas victories at 5.5, which I didn't send that to y'all because I didn't want that to sway y'all's win-loss record.
Right. Well,
picks.
Here's the thing. See, this is what happens all the time when we do this type of stuff. Adam is always prepared and has his stuff in order. And at some point when I make time, I'm gonna get mine in. But see, Hart, he's the one. I said, watch you just bite and just take my shit. I knew he was gonna do this. You got to say, I might have changed some shit on the spot messing with you, bro. All right, look, let's go ahead and get into it. So, Alabama A&M. Look like we all have them with a win.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I'm gonna start with mine. I think I picked them as a W. One, because of the level of the opponent. I also feel like because we finally get a home game as an opener. I think that's going to pay dividends. I think every single year, I think since 2018, 18 was the last year we had a home opener, and ever since
you mean in Fayetteville opener?
Yeah, because Little don't count.
Well, yeah,
don't say it. So they're
it.
They're gonna run out of water at some point.
Arkansas,
we're gonna get to the game next. Yeah, but Alabama A&M quality opponent. I think Arkansas will do what it get done.
I'll show it again later. The shirts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got to put the link up there so they can purchase the shirt, bro. It's dope. All right, so yeah, I got it for a quality opponent. First home game since 2018 in Fayetteville, and I think this is an opportunity where we get a chance to see KJ Jackson, the backup quarterback. I think we'll get an opportunity to see a lot of depth, what our offense looks like. I think that Bob Petrino and Taylor Green come together, get it done on every single drive. Like we don't need to bring out the punter. We don't even know who the punter is the first game. To be honest with you, we just score every time. Yeah. So go ahead with what y'all got on why you chose that.
I mean, it's Alabama A&M. There's 16 teams in the SEC, and only 14 of those, I think it's 14, have odds.
Okay.
So, Arkansas and Alabama A&M, there's not even a spread that I saw on FanDuel. So this is a gimme game. This is the game that you get the backups in after, like we've all talked about previously. First drive, second half, end it there, and then let the backups come in after that. And even if it's something that you want to leave some of your ones at receiver and whatnot and offensive line, pull tail in after the first series of the second half so that KJ Jackson can get some reps with the first team.
Yeah.
So
definitely. All right, what you got, Hart?
Yeah, I pretty much think at the minimum we should have 35 points at halftime.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be pretty much a blowout, no doubter. Kind of like when we played at UAPB. Should just handle business, get on to the next week. Try to stay healthy.
Gotcha. Next, we roll to Arkansas State, which is the long-awaited in-state game. I won't say rivalry, but the long-awaited in-state game.
You're not wrong by the
okay. Thank you. I was just wondering. I remember when this first was announced, people looking like, "Why are we playing Arkansas State?" I just don't understand. It's like it's almost like you're scared to lose, as if you're just gonna start losing in-state recruits because you lost to Arkansas State. You already losing in-state recruits. It don't even damn matter who the hell you play. So playing Arkansas State, I was proud of Sam Pittman in his presser saying, "Play Arkansas State. We'll never do a home and home matchup with them." So I like that. I think Arkansas continues to roll big as well. I think this is one of the situations where if you're gonna drink Kool-Aid, you at least gonna put a packet in the sugar in this on this one. Back to back, 2 wins. Because at some point, somebody's mind is looking like, man, I hope we don't lose to Arkansas State. Once you get that 2 wins, I think people start saying, okay, we might have something, might score a lot of points, as if Hart said earlier, 35 before halftime. I'm excited about that, getting a W going 2-0. What you guys got?
I've got to win. You bringing up, Pittman didn't want to do a home and home. If they're going to play it in the future, he wants it in Fayetteville, which was also like reading in between the lines of not wanting it in Little Rock.
Right.
Also, even, we had me and Porter on Hog Talk had Kara Ritchie that covers Arkansas State on a week or so ago. And she even said, like, she doesn't think that they should have this every year.
Right.
Whether it's once every 5 years, 20 years, whatever, like that's fine. But this isn't a yearly game. And so, it's one of those that I agree. This is not a yearly game. I'm fine if this is a one and done. But if you want to do it, of course, the landscape is changing too with moving to 9 SEC games.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 10th game is going to have to be a Power 4 matchup. So then you've only got 2 conference game or 2 non-conference games that you can even schedule.
Gotcha.
So you're in the midst of these, which Arkansas State is not this, but these FCS games are going to go away. So your Alabama A&Ms. The bad part is a lot of these FCS programs bank on these matchups paying their revenue for a season.
Correct.
So we'll see what happens. I've got Arkansas State as a win. I think it's one of those, if they win by less than 17 points, I kind of consider that a defeat. They need to win by 17 or more.
Okay. I got them need to win by 21. 3 touchdowns, straight up. 3 scores. Let me say that, 3 scores. And the only reason why I say that is you roll straight into Ole Miss, which is your first SEC game and your first away game.
Mm-hmm.
Your true away game. We all got an L for that one. I just feel like Lane Kiffin has Arkansas's number. I do know. I looked at their quarterback going into this particular year. Dude is a stud. I think he graduated high school early. He has his master's already. Yeah, and he could have got drafted in baseball. Dude is a stud. He's a straight athlete. We know Ole Miss usually gets some great recruits, including the ones that went to Arkansas. You know, at one point they said Arkansas was a farm system for Ole Miss. So I look for Arkansas to compete in this game, but fall short in the L to Ole Miss. What you got?
Well, you know who's not playing in this game? Luke has.
Luke has. Yeah, should have stayed there where he was at. But oh well.
No, I mean I've got this. Lane Kiffin's got our number. Unfortunately, the same with Drinkwitz, which y'all apparently don't think so, but whatever. This is one of those games. I just feel like Lane looks at this game and is just like, how much can I run up the score on them?
Absolutely.
So whatever happens. I hope that there's some guys that come after. What's his name? Who's the offensive lineman?
Patrick Kudus.
Kudus, yeah. I hope there's some guys that, Cam Ball just needs to have a field day on him.
Yeah.
Fard have a field day on him. That, do what you got to do. Step on an angle if you need to.
Yeah.
Take a page out of Carmona's book.
Carmona, yeah. Carmona Dan Skipper action. Yeah.
And it's the same thing in Jalen Braxton there too. So come after him. I hadn't heard his name at all this offseason. So it is what it is. But no, this is always going to be a tough game while Lane Kiffin's there.
Gotcha. As we roll into the next one, we got another away game. Matt, did you want to say something about Emily?
Not much more on that one. It's gonna be. I feel like it could kind of keep it close for a little while, but Lane Kiffin's gonna do everything he can to score points, like Adam said. So, yeah.
So you take that emotion from having your first loss, going 0-1 SEC, and you go against Memphis. Now, Memphis is one of those places where they have some athletes. Like I used to see them in the postseason and bowl games, showing up winning the bowl game. So I think Memphis will be ready. The fact that we're playing at Memphis is diabolical, but I digress.
This is a swing game for me.
Absolutely.
This game could go I think Arkansas is going to win, and I think that they'll win convincingly. But this is a game that I think you have a strong possibility of losing, and you can't afford to. Now, I think if you lose this game, you're going to set yourself up for, digging yourself out of potentially 4 losses in a row is a lot. And so, that's one that I would chalk up as a big swing game early on.
Yeah, I got this one of those games where you look at the halftime score. If you come from running errands and be like, "How the hell is it 10-7?" It's one of them games. It's 13-7 or 13 to damn 10 at halftime. You're looking like, what's going on? It's one of those games. So I'm definitely looking, like you said, it's a swing game, and just see what it looks like. I think Arkansas will definitely have an opportunity. Hopefully for me at this particular junction, this is the game early in the season where we actually know the defense actually steps up to make a statement. We get a chance to see dominance against the Memphis team with this particular game, because you're going to need to go into your next game. Matt, what you got?
Yeah, I really hope so. Memphis did lose quite a bit of their players from last year's team, but still, it's going to be a tough matchup there. And isn't this a 1-2 where we play there once and they play us at home twice?
Something like that.
I thought so. But I feel like we should pull it off, but it could be easily. We could easily lose this game if we don't play on our matter of P's and Q's basically and get on the right track.
Absolutely. Mr. Reese, talking about your comment on Drinkwitz.
Yeah.
It is.
He lives rent free, unfortunately.
Absolutely. We go to the Notre Dame game. You got Notre Dame at Arkansas.
Notre Dame pulled a Cracker Barrel with their new logo. Have you not seen Notre Dame's new logo?
With the football?
No.
Oh, okay. What y'all talk about it, and I'll pull it up.
Gotcha. So, looking at this particular game, you see them a lone wolf in the situation. I got Arkansas doing what Arkansas did against Tennessee. I got Arkansas doing what they did against Texas that particular year. This is one of them times where a high-powered team that is expected to win to come into Fayetteville and do what they do. I think the crowd is going to be rocking. This is probably going to be the most popping, hyped-up game of the year for Arkansas as far as a home game. And Notre Dame, What?
He's running with the football. That's their new logo.
They pulled a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And you got to make sure to pull up that one that you created that we've seen floating around the internet that nobody gives you credit for. But
I'll get it in a little bit.
We know where it came from. So yeah, I got I think Hart, you put on there that this was an early game. Is this an early game?
11 a.m. I think.
Yeah, I think it is 11 a.m.
Right. This is a situation where you coming from South Bend and you don't have no idea what you're stepping into. Even though you played in that championship last year, you got a high-powered team. Notre Dame and quarterback is not synonymous. I just don't never see them having a high-powered quarterback in a long time, put it like that. So I feel like this is one of those games where Arkansas takes from the Ole Miss loss. They take from the struggle in Memphis, and they put it together at home with the crowd behind them and get the W. What you guys got on the L's?
Well, I didn't think that this was going to be a win at all. I know some people do. Oh, well, you do. You're one of those people. Yeah. What do you mean those people? This is one I just think they're going to be too much for Arkansas. Overall, too good of a team, whether they have a high power quarterback or not. I mean, there's no denying what, Marcus Freeman has done there and continue to, build off of. So do I think that Notre Dame will ever win a national championship? No, I don't, especially with the way the Big Ten and the SEC are moving. So it's just one of those that Arkansas is going to stumble here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're just going to get out talented for the most part. I think the offense can maybe keep it up, but maybe our questions in the secondary and pass rush could rear its head and cause us to give up some big plays in crucial times in that game. I think we will, like I said, we'll hold our own, but I just got a feeling that Notre Dame will pull it out.
Let me get this comment. Elmer Fudd Pucker. Will either one of the local media have the guts to call for Pittman to be fired if the season tanks?
No.
I think we all understand the politics behind it. Like I said, part of their job is to make sure to have balance and be fair in their observation about the team and the coaching. And also they know they can lose access. So nobody wants to put themselves in position whether he tanks and gets fired mid-season or at the end of the season, or a new coach comes in. Like I said, they want to make sure to keep their name clean. So.
And here's this right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who came up with this?
Well, Matt asked me to put it together, and I put it together.
Okay. So if you see it anywhere on the internet, just know where it came from.
And I have receipts if y'all don't believe it.
Bloop. Yeah.
And since that question came up about Pittman, local media, and whatnot, I think that with the SEC moving to 9 conference games, that this season for Sam Pittman is even more important than before this announcement because of the simple fact of you cannot now afford to limp into next season when you're going to be adding an SEC team to your conference schedule. You can't afford to limp in at 6-6, 5-7. So I think that if you don't reel off 7 to 8 wins here, that no matter what, you've got to cut ties. A bowl game isn't enough.
It isn't.
Going to the Tax Slayer Bowl is not enough.
No.
So you've got to end the season on a high note. You're going to have to reel off 7 to 8 wins, in my opinion, to not move away from Sam Pittman. I don't think that happens. So I think that is on the I know everybody can still, John Gruden is the hot topic every season, but, jump on the Rhett Lashley board. That's the future that I see happening.
Even though Red Lashley talk shit about the SEC?
Yeah. How many coaches have, downplayed it, talk shit about the SEC, whatever, before they end up here?
Yeah, because the SEC going to cut them checks.
Exactly.
So it definitely makes sense. Now, real quick, as we move forward, I'm looking at Notre Dame's schedule. So they start the season off with Miami, at Miami. Then they play Texas A&M at Notre Dame. After that, they have Purdue. That may be the easiest game. And you know who the head coach at Purdue is now, don't you?
Barry Odom.
And Barry Odom can shake some shit up and make something happen. So you never know what that game looked like. And like I say, after they play Purdue, they end up coming to Arkansas. So That'll be interesting. And like I said, that's a home game, Purdue. I do know that Malachi Singleton is the second string quarterback. He's been named second string quarterback. The transfer came from USC. I forgot where he came from, but they had a transfer quarterback come in, and he was announced as the starter. Malachi Singleton is the second string quarterback. At this point, you never know what you're going to get with Barry Odom. He finds a way to win. We have no idea who the dudes are on his rosters, but he finds a way to win. So it'll be interesting to see what that game does and how it impacts them as they come to Fayetteville to play Arkansas. Moving on, we got at Tennessee. Now, y'all know we won by the hair of chin last year because the quarterback ran out of bounds for some reason. I don't know how much time he thought he had left. We all got L's right here. I think it's self-explanatory. I think Arkansas gets exposed. I think this is the time where win or loss previously, this is one of the times where you look like this is such a bad loss. Now you start talking that talk. That's just my take on the Tennessee game. Because Knoxville is going to be rocking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it is too. And both teams coming off a bye week would help us, but them coming off of one as well. So you got to imagine it's going to be tough with that crowd, and you just got to hope that your offense is on point and your defense can get a couple of stops. I don't think Tennessee is as good as they were last year at the quarterback position.
Correct.
And that was even a little spotty at times, but I think maybe the collective group may be more talented than they were last year.
Okay. I think probably their defense will probably be better, and that may be the difference maker in that. Yeah, quarterback, I'm not sold on that quarterback. They never cashed in after they lost Nico in the portal to UCLA.
Right.
So I definitely think that's what it's going to be. Moving on, we got Texas A&M. As much as I want us to beat Texas A&M, and we finally get them at home and not playing in Jerry's World, I just think we get out-talented. I think this is one of those times where you told me all off season about somebody running 21 miles per hour. It's a dude on their team that run 22 and 23. So I just feel like a situation where this is one of the situations where we look back at this game and it's a bubble screen or blown coverage or
fumble,
tight end of
Superman.
Yeah, some shit that's gonna be like, how can we not?
This game's always weird.
It is.
Always.
It's weird. It's weird, and the fact that we get to play it at home, I thought it may be something there. But like I said, I feel like this is a situation where one turns into two. You lose to Tennessee, then you come back versus the Texas A&M team who gonna have it out for you either way. You playing for a trophy that hasn't been in Fayetteville since we started the doggone thing, and they came into the conference.
Well,
who won the first three?
I also think that we should be owed a home game because if y'all remember, during COVID season, it didn't play in Jerry World. We played it at Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that we should. Of course, we don't know what next season's going to look like schedule-wise, but I think that this is something that we deserve 2 in a row just to be even. They're not going to happen, but Singleton, always the bridesmaid. That's true, and never the bride. I hope he at least gets, or at least got a bigger bag in transfer.
You know who else has always been the bride?
Jacoby Criswell.
There you go. Well, you're a smart man. You already know who I'm on.
And just so those that do live under a rock, this is just a prediction, but next season the SEC will have basically 9 conference games. There are rules in place. You will have 3 permanent opponents. I think I have that on here too. Yep.
Sean, thank you for the comment. First time catching.
Man, that means some year we'll be playing Alabama and Georgia possibly.
That's going to happen just because
we can't get Vanderbilt, Texas. We can't get them.
But they're going to rotate it, so it's going to be one of those things that there's going to be a year that hey, our coaching staff and the media like to say that talk about how tough this schedule is.
Yeah,
we're setting ourselves up to not fire Sam Pittman or to give him an excuse or give him an out.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on real quick.
Oh shit, it's about to happen.
But they're going to use it for an excuse. They're going to use it for an out. We have a hard schedule every season.
Yeah.
Every single season, nothing is going to change. So the years that, they start rotating all this stuff, I guarantee it, we're going to have a season that we've got Alabama and Georgia in that rotation, or Texas and Georgia if we don't get them as a permanent, whatever. I don't know if y'all have given much thought to who do y'all want as the 3 permanent opponents?
LSU, Ole Miss, and they're going to give us Missouri whether we want them or not.
Yeah, that one's going to be force-fed to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think we got good games in the past versus Ole Miss. They're always competitive. LSU, we like to claim them as our number 1 rival. I don't know if the record indicates it doesn't. But
no.
Yeah. If
I had to pick, it'd be Missouri, A&M, and Ole Miss. But
I don't want to lose to A&M every year.
So I went through 2 trains of thought here. Was the bullshit trophy games, would they get rid of them? Part of me thought that they wouldn't. So you would see Missouri, A&M, and LSU as your permanent.
Yeah.
But then you start looking at the other rivalries that mean more. They're legitimate and whatnot.
Go ahead. You about to go there.
So, you're not going to get rid of, obviously, the Egg Bowl. You're not going to get rid of the Iron Bowl. Those things are a given. I'm going as far, you don't need to get rid of South Carolina and Georgia. There's games that just don't make sense. You're going to play Texas and OU every year. I mean, you're going to continue that. Honestly, do Texas and Texas A&M, do they say, hey, we're good with doing this one every 2 to 3 years?
Gotcha.
And not play them every year since they went, that stretch without.
Right.
And so I was saying they're all about storylines too, the SEC or sports media is. Mm-hmm. So they're going to look at what game can we build up for 2-ish years.
Gotcha.
So I honestly looked at it like maybe they don't play Arkansas and Texas year after year and just make it to where it's every 3-ish years.
Okay. I got a change of heart right now.
Okay. Did I talk you out of something?
Well, you brought up a great point that made me think about something previously. I say you're going to give us Missouri regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that works in regards to geography, getting there from Fayetteville, vice versa. Let me go ahead and throw OU in the mix.
I wanted OU, Texas, and Missouri.
Yeah, now throw OU in the mix because at the same time, this is a time where when you get the right coach in place, we talk about recruiting grounds. You go to these teams where it's so many hours in between. You start recruiting once you start beating their ass year after year. So if you got Missouri, you got OU, those are close proximity games. You go into OU, you hit Tulsa before you hit OU. And you go ahead and start making that little stretch and start making that a good blueprint for a recruiting ground.
Mm-hmm.
Get somewhere where you have a pipeline. Like I said, it just makes sense. Their parents can come see them. It's not far. So I think Missouri, OU. I like LSU over Texas, but Texas got so much history.
You got to think too, honestly, in most scenarios for the teams that Arkansas could be and probably will be paired with, we're the bottom feeder of the 3. Or the 4. You're going to include us in that 4. So it's going to be one of those, like, we're not going to get an easy out with a Vanderbilt or a Mississippi State or Kentucky or whatever. So I personally, just no rhyme, reason, whatever. I know that they're going to give us Missouri, and I don't want to include it, but I'm going to. But I want to throw Ole Miss in the mix because I dislike Ole Miss more than I dislike LSU.
Okay, that's a realistic view. So, Ole Miss, OU, and Missouri.
And then then you do Texas every, 3rd year or whatever.
Yeah, because as long as Sarkis, they're gonna keep building, and
they're gonna keep building. Venables is on the hot seat in OU. You've got Hugh Freeze on the hot seat. You got Pittman on the hot seat. You've got a handful of coaches on proverbial hot seat. So this is a big season for several teams. It's just a matter of who's going to pull the trigger first and fire the coach first, because we've seen what happens when you let your coach go too early and when you wait too late.
Ole Miss, we're their farm team. Hey,
we are.
Man, there you go. I ain't mad at that. All right, boom. We back at it. Great discussion, guys. So tapping in, we go to Auburn. We all got them as a dub. I think this is one of the situations where this is the part of the season where you start saying, hey, it's time to look for a replacement at Auburn with Hugh Freeze. It's over. And I don't look at them having a quality quarterback that can actually take them where they need to go. I got us taking the win, gaining some traction, going to the back half of the schedule. What you guys got? All right, what you got?
I got Auburn. I think Hugh Freeze, his seat maybe a little hotter than Sam's. And honestly, that was pretty much the reason I thought that we would pull it off. It just seems like Auburn's got a little more chaos going on over there than we seem to.
Gotcha.
So I think it's going to be one. I mean, we beat them at Auburn last season. Yeah, they're going to be mad. He's going to be mad. They're going to try to pull out all the stops, throw us off a little bit. I just don't see it happening. I'm not saying write them off because you can't write off any SEC game. I mean, we saw Vanderbilt beat Alabama last season. We saw Arkansas beat Tennessee. Yeah. So you never know. But, I've got this one and I've got the next one because I know Mississippi State is, new coach, whatever, but Jeff Levy's already on the hot seat too because if they can't continue to keep performing like they did last season.
And on top of that, you got Lane Kiffin in the same state, and they keep going up, whether it be recruitment, whether it be win-loss, whether it be postseason play, etc. If you're not competing in that, and let's be clear, Mississippi has a lot of in-state talent with JUCOs as well as high school guys. So if you're not able to pull in the right guys via transfer portal to start putting together some wins, then, yeah, you're definitely going to be on the hot seat. That's one of those wins where you put together back-to-back wins because you look at the bottom of that schedule and say, I don't know if we're going to fucking make it. This is the time we start having the conversation about bowl eligibility. Mm-hmm. This is where you got to let your nuts drop and just figure out who you really are. This is also the time of the season where players get nicked up. This is where injuries come into play. Injury bug is very prevalent at this time. So whether it be a player on the defensive side or it be, your quarterback nicked up, now you're playing the backup some, what's his name? Mike Washington. And Mike Washington, because you got to think about it. I think about Mike Washington as probably the main guy that they're going to talk about this year. And I remember we talked about what's the running back last year that came from Utah?
DeQuinton Jackson.
And we seen him. He was a dog. And then all of a sudden he just had these slight little injuries and could never stay healthy on the back half of the schedule. That's when you seen Rodney Hill. And this is when you seen Braylon Russell. I was at the Auburn game. Braylon Russell was able to get some more carries during that game. So this is one of those times where the injury bug really plays a part. And now you start talking about bowl eligibility. And you also start talking about whatever we do at the end of the schedule, is it enough for Sam Pittman to keep his job, win or loss? I think that's one of those situations. Anything else you guys got on Mississippi State for on LSU? No. Arkansas used to be one of the most dangerous teams in November. Yep. We need that back. Yeah. We gotta have it. I think part of being one of the better teams in November is the depth on your roster, is having those guys who may have gotten some tick in the A&M game, or if you get blown out mid-season versus Notre Dame or Tennessee or Texas A&M, they got more experience and they grew into their bodies. And now all of a sudden it's time for them to really play. You know what I'm saying? It's actually time for them to put some film on their resume, whether they're going to stay next year or hit the portal. So
you can't wait till the bowl game if you make it to that to invest in some of these players to stay.
Desmond James.
Yeah. And this is where this goes back to a conversation or John Calipari on a show the other day. And I kind of, after thinking about it and listening to it, I agree with him that he thinks that the collectives, so your Arkansas Edge, whatever, they should be used for player retention, not in recruiting high schoolers or transfer portal.
Gotcha.
Because you want to give incentive to these players to stay and not go negotiate, not go shop around.
Gotcha.
And just only use the collective for that.
Why is he like this? Battle Line West trophy incoming?
Oh, I've already got. Of course you do. I sent this to David Basil one day. Let's see if I still have it.
Oh, David Basil. You mean the guy who went on the show and was like,
didn't know who I was?
Yeah, this is a tweet from Adam Hall. Anybody know who he is? I have no idea who he is. He's breaking news.
I don't think I got receipts. I got receipts of that too. I keep them all. I'll find it at some point. But no, I figure if they're going to do a trophy for that game, it's going to be the state of Arkansas and the state of Oklahoma on a trophy stand. And it's going to be like the Arklahoma whatever, just like the Arklahoma State Fair that happens, in September's in Fort Smith.
Anything to make up some shit to generate some type of, I get it. I get it. I really do get it. I think if that's a game where it's competitive. It's competitive when you play each other. Then you start putting together some real deal rivalry games, some memorable games. I think it'd be worth something then, but we just got to see what happens. Boom, boom, boom. What do you say? You know, absolutely, definitely love it. Tyler said, "Play the intro." He said, "Play the intro." He loved the intro. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I got another one. If you want to see it, right quick, it's shorter.
Oh, you want to do that one?
We can do that now.
Hey, y'all stay locked in. Y'all know we're having a great show. Stay locked in.
We'll be back. Here's a 30-second break.
Hit the like button. Yeah.
Cinematic.
That shit tight.
Thought it was a movie.
Hell yeah. Transplant Texas, Oklahoma Cast, Irons Trophy. Hell no. And we thought the boot. Oh yeah.
We do have another bill to pay too.
There you go. Real quick, after get Tyler, we'll get to it. 11-1 shouldn't be 11-1. Should have been 11-1 last season if there was a lack of ball security. Only got blown out twice, but had the LSU beat. Gotcha. Pay some bills. Hit the like button.
Let's step out of the huddle for a second and talk about something just as important as Arkansas football, your home. Our teammates over at Premium Supply are the MVPs of home improvement. They've got all the tools you need to take your next project to the end zone. Siding, soffit, columns, windows, doors, vents, decking, the whole lineup. Whether you're building from the ground up or just doing some midfield maintenance, Premium Supply is your Heisman-winning quarterback. With locations in Conway, North Little Rock, Russellville, and Jonesboro, there's always a Premium Supply nearby, ready to take you to the championship. So if you're looking for professional products with all-star customer service, take a look at www.premiumsupplyllc.com.
Use promo code HOG HQ for a 5% discount on your next purchase.
Premium Supply, where we treat each of our customers like one of the family.
And we're back.
Shout out to Premium Supply for being the #1 sponsor here on Hog HQ Live. And as always, don't forget, when you tap in and go over there to get a quote or to get some business from them, please make sure to mention Hog HQ so you can get your discount at your purchase. Yeah, let them know you heard it from us. That's what they hear. They hear as our sponsor. We definitely want to do our part and make sure to show love for them being a part of this show. So no doubt about that. Let me get Mr. Tidwell real quick. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Bobby P say several players on this year's team remind him of players he had by the way they're playing? He did say that, especially the receivers. So yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, look. And just because y'all like these intros before we leave, we gotta spin the block. We gotta spin the block on the first one. Joshua, I'm thinking 8-4 ain't out of reach. It's not out of reach, but it's just those.
This comes back to the one possession games, the making adjustments here and there, making those plays that have cost you games previously, making those bonehead moves. You've got to eliminate, several of those games. It was one or two things that took us out of those games. So if you can clean that up, you could have had 8 wins last season before the bowl game.
Yep. Remember the time I think Rocket was in? No, I think Rocket was gone. That may have been. So running back got dinged up or something. Oh no, I think they pulled him, and then all of a sudden on third down, in between the tackles, you put Rodney Hill in the game for his first carry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that part, and then it was one part of the season where I think Jackson got hurt, and everybody's like, "Well, put Braylon Russell in there." It's goal line is red zone. Put a big back in there, run between the tackles, and you put in the damn injured running back and just let him run and not go anywhere. So it's things like that. Sam Pittman, we have been on your ass about making these in-game adjustments. these halftime adjustments, you got to get out your own way and find a way to get these victories. Tyler, literally, what I said, fumble last part of games. Last season, we shot ourselves in the foot. Absolutely. My brother, shout out to Olin. I like the other intro too. That's nice.
Next week we'll have like the full normal countdown 2 minutes that has all the bells and whistles put into it.
But it's gonna be the new shit. It's the remix. Transplant Texan. Yep, hit it again. I'm sorry. Success is in the D's. Detail and discipline. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, boom. So continuing. We get out of Mississippi State. We go to LSU.
After a bye week. Bye week after Mississippi State.
So that means anybody that's dinged up, that probably got hurt in the Auburn game, the Texas A&M game, they looking to rest them and have them back for the LSU game. That's usually how that works.
And I think LSU's coming off of an Alabama game.
Usually that works in our favor because they beat up and they get real hyped up for that game and win or loss, especially if they lose against Alabama. Then they kind of down in the dumps about it. But playing at home, LSU, and that could potentially be a night game, and I went to that game, that's a hell of a
I'm not sold on Nussmeier, but a lot of people have him as like the top quarterback in the SEC. Right. I still think that's Lenore Sellers.
South Carolina, absolutely.
But that's no shot at Taylon Green and those media folks that like to call him the dark horse Heisman candidate. Stop. But Nussmeier is all going to be what determines LSU's season.
Yeah.
So because they could easily, and Brian Kelly is another one on the hot seat. You wouldn't think that, but at the same time, LSU has a different standard than us and other schools. So Brian Kelly's not going to get them any further than where they've been under him so far. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah. If they don't find a way to get into, if they're not at a position right now where, and this could work in our favor, if they're not in a position right now to make the college football playoff or play in the SEC championship, there's an opportunity for Arkansas to just play spoiler. It's an opportunity, depending on who's healthy, et cetera, et cetera. But if all things play themselves accordingly, or we're in a position of where we're fighting to get a win to go bowling, pull out Larry, then this opportunity we could sneak one in against LSU. It's always a great competition game for the most part. So, and it's just interesting how these last little games play out. Mississippi State probably your last chance to just say we're gonna put that thing on them. We're gonna bring out their wood, as McFadden would say. Going on at Texas, no. Arch Manning, damn, they're gonna be up for the Heisman at this particular point. And if nothing else, I think they'll have a balanced offense. I don't see us being able to compete with Texas defensively. They have, I think it's Collins, a defensive end. He was highly rated out of high school. He actually was the guy who considered Arkansas at one point. I think that may have just been fluff. He waited for the bag, and he's from the state of Texas, so he ended up going to Texas. So I think they got two players who are on defense who are projected to be top 10 defensive players drafted in the NFL draft. I don't see us being Texas. I don't see it being close. I just see it as one of those times where we look up and we say, all right, Sam Pittman, you got one more game to figure this out. What you got on Texas?
Texas is going to be a team that's potentially going to be in the national championship. So it's going to be we don't honestly know what we're truly going to get out of Arch Manning. I'm not in the boat of throwing him in the Heisman race already like some are.
Right.
But as a whole, Texas is a better team. So, it's one of those that this game, especially being at Texas, it could get ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those that I think that Arkansas struggles the last 3 games trying to get to that 6th win.
Facts.
And it basically kind of is too much for them to overtake.
Gotcha. James Kirk, thanks for watching. Hugh Freeze knows he can't afford to lose to Pittman 2 years in a row. He'll have his team ready for that game. You would think so. But like I said, I don't know. That quarterback play is what has me thinking about us getting that W. I think that's one of those opportunities where the offense and defense come together. Because looking at this schedule, I mean, we never spoke about it, but the offense is ahead of the defense. It's more talented. right? We talk about defense and talk about after we did the preview shows of the players on the roster, looking at the pressers from the media, the defense is losing depth. We just had an offensive lineman who just moved over to defensive tackle. He's been playing offensive line since he got here at Blackstock, and he was trash on the fucking offensive line. I'm just gonna keep it a bean. But either way it go, he needed to be there. I know the coaches know what they're doing in regards to why wait until now to make that decision. But it seems like the guys who are competing for that spot on the offensive line really showing promise, and as if whoever doesn't win, that'd be a great selection to come in second string, and they probably can play more than one position. So either way it go, I just don't know if the depth of the defense will come into play. I feel like, as I stated before, the offense will be ahead of the defense early in the season. Somewhere midway, the defense will step up and make some plays, and then somewhere we'll find that balance. So we'll see what it looks like. But like I said, at the end of the day, looking at this particular schedule, Texas, we all got it as L's. It is what it is. And then we move on to your boy, Drinkwater. Eli Drinkwater. Yeah. AKA the extra from Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah. AKA the dude from Wolf of Wall Street looking ass. Yeah. All that. I got us getting the W. I feel like this is the redemption. This is the one time where, yes, he has our number, but from what I'm understanding with the camaraderie of this particular team, offense specifically, they got to put out all the stops. If they're going to fight for their coach, fight for his job, fight for an opportunity to up their draft stock, this is going to have to be the game. And it's at home on top of that. After you went 2 games on the road and getting your ass whooped back-to-back in SEC play, you got to pull out some stops and get you a SEC victory with Missouri. That's what I got. What you got, guys?
I mean, this is one that they're still fighting. You don't want to go into this game needing your 6th win to get to a bowl game. I think it's too much. He's got our number every year. It's just a matter of which team Arkansas shows up. Are we going to get blown out 38-10, or is it something that we lose because of a boneheaded play? It's this. I think out of all the games, I look least forward to this one out of all of them.
Understood.
But also because of some of that is because Missouri fans are so insufferable that I really get tired of hearing them.
Mm-hmm. The fact that you got rocks in your end zone, not seats, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Dog.
You're an ACC team or Conference USA or whatever.
At the end of the day. Yeah. And the bad part about that true statement is they keep beating us. So I don't know what that really says, but it's facts along the way. 2 things can be true. Art, what you got on Missouri?
Well, the last time they played here, there was a big fight. So there was that. So hopefully we have a little more fight in us this year. But I just feel like we're going to pull it off. We're due, and the ones we've won have always been at home, it seems like, against them. And we have the offense that can maybe put up enough firepower to outscore them, is what I'm hoping for, at least.
Defense will be key to victories this season. Will the offense have enough to outplay the opponent's defense? Will the defense have enough to shut down the opponent's offense? That's definitely going to be
that's the question.
That's the biggest question, no doubt about that. You followed up with another statement. Missouri plus Hog Senior Day. Recipe for a loss. Yeah. Missouri has our number. Hogs struggle to get wins. On Senior Day, Hogs fail to consistently capitalize on home field advantage. Yeah, we played better on the road the past 2 years than we did at home, which is crazy work. I do want to ask you, as we finish this out, of course, me and Hart got 7-5, and Adam has 5-7. I'm going to also say that we do the Hog Pick'em again this year. Who is the winner of the Hog Pick'em? Gotcha. But not to downplay that Hart had your number to the very last game, which was the Super Bowl. The fact that me and Hart got the same amount of victories, now I'm scared. I don't know what's supposed to do.
Hey, to be honest, I was thinking about changing it today.
I know, right?
Nope, graphics already made.
Yeah. It is what it is. But
you want? I got something else too.
Oh no, I know. So this is another thing. This is what particular game in this lineup of the schedule? When will Arkansas? We say, the famous saying is, Arkansas going Arkansas. What game is that? What game is that? Arkansas going Arkansas. We all got 3 wins at Memphis.
A&M.
I think it's going to be either A&M
or
the LSU game.
Because we could be in that LSU game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then lose it at the end or something. Yeah.
All of a sudden, you want to throw eggs at the freshman kicker car. Yeah, like you did Brandon Allen. Yeah. Anything can happen, man. It's like that. So we always know what it could be. But like I said, we just want to take time today to do the prediction show as we wrap up summer sessions. Know that we will have a regular scheduled program going into next week for our first game versus Alabama A&M with the new intro and all the bells and whistles on it as well. Before we get out of here and slide, all jokes aside, I will watch every game from pregame until the final second ticks off the clock. Woo Pig, show me what you got this season. I love it. I love it. I love it. This right here. This what it is. Go ahead and break this down so they know.
So Paulo Samito, him and I think it was Ratal are now on the school roster on the website, on the roster. So they're here. And this is Samito next to Trevin Brazil. So 6'10" and Trevin Brazil, 7'1" Paulo Samito. Just the wingspan is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he makes, like I saw somebody comment that he makes Brazil look like a guard. Just the
He
side,
does.
you know, and it's crazy to see, but I like to see it because then that means, hey, Brazil, you can play the stretch four. You ain't got to play. You ain't got to be big. But also, you know, I've seen quite a bit of tape on Pringle. No, not Pringle. Marquise Ewan this offseason, and he's got more handles than I thought he did. So I'm not saying that we need him to play. You know, he doesn't need to be bringing the ball up the court, but he has the capability to. So I just when I saw this today, I was just like, I can't not post it.
Gotcha.
And
guys,
then this is also the preview. Not a preview. This is what the game day graphics will be like this season. So if we don't want to break this down, you see game day, who we're playing, the time, and then the network.
How can I watch?
This is where you can find and when the game is. And these are posted at 7 a.m. the morning of every game. I schedule it at 7 a.m.
Is it on the radio? How can I watch it? This happens every year. I'm being facetious, but every year, and I'm gonna let Adam handle the back half of who these people are. But every year, it seems to be that fans always ask, "How can I watch? Where is it at? I can't find it."
Yeah. I don't know how some folks have gotten through this far in life. I'm trying to find the right layout. I got to rename these so that they're, but yeah, how you've gotten this far in life and not been able to look things up. It just it baffles me.
I had a quote I made on a post on Facebook a while back. Dumb people shouldn't own smartphones. Yeah, it just should not happen. With that being said, if you're still watching, hit the like button, hit the heart, Facebook, X, YouTube, all that good stuff. All it does is, and on Twitch. We got Twitch people in here now. So
which one do y'all want to end with? Do you want the minute long, or do you just want the cinematic?
Minute.
All right, we'll run right quick.
Stop! It's the motherfucking remix!
Seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts
right here, right now. Message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
This is how we do it. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Hold on. Pump it up. You make it do it, makes us harder, better, faster. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. I get those goosebumps every time. I need a benzo. I need a ride in a limbo. Yeah.
okay.
Hey, man. Definitely have to go out with a bang. Thank you guys for supporting us, watching us, hitting the like button, subscribing, and sharing. Hit the notifications on the YouTube so you know when we are on. And if you miss us as we go live, you can always watch the replay. Watch the replay. Just type in replay. You know what I'm saying? Just hit replay when you watch it. You can listen to us on the way to work, coming from work while you're sitting in traffic, etc. We appreciate everything you guys do to support us. Keep sharing all the intel and tapping in with us. If you look into it, we will be having some Hog News coming up at some point. And if you are new here, Hog News is just insider information that Hart gets that he shares with the group. So if you tapped in with us, then you'll definitely be knowing what's going on ahead of time before it gets released to the national media in regards to Arkansas news. With that being said, guys, we are out of here. We hope you guys have a great work week. With that being said, we appreciate you. We're out.
New outro video too. Stay for it.
Oh, shit.